Hello, hello everyone. I think I can hear myself in the earphones. Okay, just move them away. I don't know why is it like that. So nice to meet you here. There are not so many people here today. Maybe I've chosen the wrong time for the webinar. So, my name is Vera. Nice to meet you here. Where are you from? Can you tell me, please? Okay, nice to meet you, Irina. Okay, yes, it's pretty late here in Kyrgyzstan. I'm in Kyrgyzstan, I'm in Bishkek, and it's 11 p.m. here. And right after I finish the webinar, I'm going to bed, I think. But I tried to choose a time because I wanted to suit different time zones. I know that there are different countries in my Instagram followers, and I didn't know actually which time would be better, so I decided to try this one. Are there any other countries besides Kyrgyzstan and Russia? If you are from another country, please let me know, because I would like to know what time is the best for you too. Can you hear me well? I don't want to put this into my ears because it's pretty tight, and after some time it starts hurting a bit. So if you hear me well, then let me know and we will start. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Leticia. Thank you very much. Yes, I know Leticia is from Brazil. I know this nice lady. Nice to meet you here too. So today I want to share some tips for effective search in Google, how we can find lesson plans and videos, and I will share my list of useful resources. I think it's not going to take long, so probably we will finish in less than 1 hour. And if you have any questions to me, then you will be able to ask your questions, okay? So I think you are teachers, right? Or we have some students here. Are you a teacher or a student? You can text T if you are a teacher and S if you are a student. Okay, yes. Kate. Kate is my student. I know her. Okay. So teacher and student. Okay, that's great. How long have you been teaching? I think I've been teaching English for more than 15 years. I started teaching English when I was a schoolgirl, and it was my last year at school when I finished some English courses, and I even got the certificate of English translator, written translator. Okay, 10 years, that's great. And actually, when I started working as a translator, it was the time when I started Googling a lot. So I had to Google for some words and phrases, and I had to Google about the correct phrases, and I had to learn some Google tips. So there is some short information about myself. I'm an ESL teacher and teacher trainer. I love English. English is my life. English is my soul. And I like teaching and I like Googling because for many people, Googling is a challenge. And many people ask me ask me in Instagram and in WhatsApp. So that's why I actually decided to make this webinar. I love reading, cooking, and driving. Do you like cooking? By the way, I think there are only girls here. And I love sharing my knowledge and experience. I have two children and I have some diplomas and certificates, but I think that they are not so relevant to today's topic. Okay. So, do you like cooking? Just a moment. I want to open some tips. I made some tips for myself. Okay, I see. So, how often do you have to Google? I think now when we live in such time of information technologies, we often have to search for information and we often have to filter this information. Yes. And my question to you is, can you Google? Can you Google well? Can you choose what you need from this information dump in Google? Because sometimes when we start searching for something in Google, it can be very annoying because we have a lot of different information and we don't have the exactly something what we need, something what we are searching for. So, is it difficult for you to Google? Okay. I was trying to wait for your answers, but that's fine. Actually, I don't know how to do this with maybe asynchronous type of comments because sometimes I don't know. So here I see some answer, just yes. I don't know if it's about cooking or if it's about Googling. I am not really good at webinars, so please forgive me my mistakes. Why I decided to make a webinar and not just a live stream on Instagram? Because, I want to share my screen and I want to share my tips in Google just as I do it, okay? So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, here we go. Okay, a lot of me, and me again. So maybe we will just go here. Let's go to Google. And first of all, I think it's very, very important to pay attention to Google Tabs. But I think it's a pretty familiar thing to everyone. For example, you want to Google about a visit to a bank. Oops. A visit to a bank. Okay. And you can find different information here. So it will be just a list of the websites, or you can click to images and there will be different images and maps and videos and news and some other kinds of information. So if you want to find some images, yes, you click the tabs. You choose tab images and you find some images which you need. Okay. Um, so, for example, let's have a look at videos. What do we have it here? Like you want to Google for your lesson. You want to find some useful phrases, some dialogues. Visit in the bank. So I'm sorry, ladies, if you have any questions in chat, I think I will get back to chat from time to time because now I can see only this page, Google page. Okay. So for example, you want to find a visit to the bank in videos, but you see only some cartoons. They may be good for kids, but not for all the students. I would recommend you to use inverted commas or okay. So use inverted commas in videos. Now you can see at a bank financial English lesson, okay? Or still not so much information. Yes, what you would like to have. So there is another tip for you to use. You can use this sign or maybe without this sign and use ESL. Okay, or you can just make it shorter like at a bank ESL, and then you have a lot of different videos here. Travel English at a bank. You can go to tap all and you can find some conversations here. Okay, so there is some information in videos, yes, and in images. What if you want to find something as in use? For example, you want to find describing people, some information about describing people. So there is a lot of information in images and videos, but what if we have a look at news? So probably not so useful for your lessons, okay? And what are we going to do here? We can try inverted commas again. Helpful? Not so much. Maybe you can use this nice article with Elon Musk, but I'm not sure that it has something connected to describing people's appearances and characters. What if you use this one? Okay, yes, here we go. We found a lesson in the website Voice of America, right? It is about news and okay, let's open it. She's my best friend, okay? So have you ever tried this kind of little tips? You can write ESL or maybe for example you can write lesson plan, okay? Describing people lesson plan, and you will find some lesson plan, okay, for kids or maybe not for kids. Maybe you can manage like elementary level, okay, elementary level, or do it like this in inverted commas, okay? Lesson plan, elementary. Okay, so have you ever tried inverted commas? Do you know about inverted commas? So we can use inverted commas here, or we can use this sign, okay, to write ESL. Okay, let's go next. There are more tips. For example, you want to find, let's go back to our visit to a bank. Visit to a bank, and you want to find it on some website. For example, site britishcouncil.org. You know the website and you know exactly that you want the information from this website, okay? So you can use this site colon and write your site, or maybe busy teachers work. Okay. Visit to a bank. It hasn't found anything. Busy teacher. Okay, I think it's busy teacher. Yes. Busy teacher. Yeah, so there is some information about tips how to teach banking vocabulary on busy teachers. Okay. You can also use, for example, if you want some authentic information, you can write visit to a bank and then site.com, okay? And there will be only .com websites, nothing from India, for example, or nothing from other countries where English language is not a native one, okay? Or maybe you want to find some information in educational websites, okay? So you can use site colon edu, okay? And there will be this kind of information here. Okay, so I'm getting back to my presentation from time to time as I promised. If you have some questions, you can text them to chat box, okay? So let's go on. Also, we can use asterisk sign like this if you're searching for some phrase and, for example, you don't remember the exact words from the song, like let's use inverted commas. You don't remember some songs? You can find that this is the Beatles, okay? This is Come Together Right Now Over Me. For example, if you're not a native speaker, you can use this for like depend. You don't know the preposition, which preposition you use, okay? Depend on, yes. Or maybe bring your child. You don't remember the preposition or you're not sure about this preposition. It's bring up. Yes, so here we bring your child, to bring for a hospital, to bring your child to church. Okay, not very good example. But you can use this asterisk sign in case if you don't remember some words or phrases, okay? Also, there is a good tool which is called OR, okay? For example, you want to know how to teach relative clauses, and also you would like to have a lesson plan. So you can say like this, relative clauses lesson plan, okay? And you're going to have both types of information, how to teach relative clauses and also lesson plans, okay? So you can quickly choose something what you need. I like another interesting tool which is called minus. For example, let's go here. Let's say you want to find some video about describing, describing family. Okay, you want to find something about describing family. You want to find some video, but you see YouTube. Mostly here is just YouTube videos. You're fed up with YouTube videos. You don't like the quality of the videos in YouTube. So you just use minus and take this world, okay? No YouTube videos anymore, okay? Also, you can use this, for example, describing family minus kids. So you don't want to teach it to kids, okay? There will be no information for kids, mostly for adults. So, have you ever used this minus tool? I use it a lot. Of course, it's pretty convenient, yes, when you know what exactly you want to exclude. Because, for example, sometimes we have to teach the Rizara to intermediate level students just to review something, or I don't know, to introduce some vocabulary, and we want to know more activities. And you just text like there are minus beginner. Okay. So there will be more information, not for beginners. Okay. Probably there is less. Yeah. Maybe there are less websites here, but definitely you're going to escape the information for beginners, okay? Yes, I like this one. So, especially when you have to choose. I use it with videos a lot. Okay, let me open my tips because sometimes I'm afraid that I can forget something. Yes, I wanted to mention that, of course, it's important to keep it simple. Yes, instead of saying like how to teach relative clauses to advanced students, you can just say like this. Relative clauses advanced. Okay, relative, and you will see all the information which is relevant to advanced students and relative clauses. So the shorter, the better, okay? Inverted commas, they give the best result. Okay. So sometimes we want to find the definition of some words, especially if we are going to introduce it to some advanced level students. For example, you want to find the word secluded. Okay. Yes, here is a dictionary and also dictionary, and again dictionary, and mostly in the dictionaries they give some synonyms and some examples, but you can use it like this. Definition secluded. Okay, and it will be, you will find the definition of the word, of the necessary word, or I like this one. Serendipity. I think I had it in my Instagram. So when I learned this word, I immediately posted it to my blog. Okay, also I want to mention, just a moment, I wanted to tell you about the type of file. Okay, for example, you want to find something connected to relative clauses and you want to find it in PDF. Okay, so you just write PDF here. Or maybe you want something with audio. Okay, so relative clauses, download MP3 flashcards. Okay, MP3. Or relative pronouns, Voice of America, very good website with a lot of podcasts there. Okay. What else? What else? What else? I think I'm almost done here. Oh, I like this one. Maybe it's not so often for teaching, but I use it for my personal purpose. So, for example, you want to know about some airplane crash, okay? If you Google like this, there will be a lot of videos. You can use like this in inaugural, comma, and maybe June. If there is something in June, so you will see it, okay? Or maybe you can use another, oops, September, or like let's say July 2015. Okay, so there is some air crash in at this year. I use it for my I use it for blogs, okay? When I want to find some article or some video which some of the bloggers posted, and I remember that it was posted like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, or probably it was posted 3 years ago, then I use this for Googling. Okay, and I also want to tell you about YouTube, that actually everything what we tried here we can use. You can see the cartoons because my kids use my laptop for watching cartoons sometimes. For example, you want again. Let's say maybe no at the bank. I think at the bank it's, let's say just okay bank. You want to Google for bank. You want to find some videos and there is nothing about it, so you just use ESL. Oh, hello, hello, I'm back. Hello, I think something happened. Let's go back here. Can you hear me now? Is it okay? Because I don't know, maybe some problem with connection or with the platform. Please text me if you can hear me. Okay, I see that you can hear me now. Can you see me? Can you see the presentation? Now it's just the presentation on the desktop. Okay. So let's go back to YouTube. I just wanted to tell you that all this works for YouTube as well. Like if you're looking for some information about banking, yes, there will be some general information, probably not for your students, but you add it like ESL and you see the result. Or for example, last week I tried to find some information about dream house for my student, and when I opened this page, so I searched dream house, I realized that it was mostly about some series, so I used my favorite tip, ESL, and you can find a lot. You can also use like this, Dream House ESL Kids, and you will find some information for kids. Okay, try to be short, try to text more important words which can help you with Google search or YouTube search. Okay, so I think that's it about Google. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask, because there is another part of my plan. I want to share some useful resources and I want to demonstrate some of them here as well. So if you have any questions, I see that someone is texting. I will be glad to answer. And we will go to the resources. I will share 10, maybe more links, which I find pretty useful. Maybe you already know some of them. Okay. Do you use Google for each lesson you have? It depends, but I think yes, mostly yes, because for me it's more convenient to find some information in Google than to look through my folders. Yes, I have pretty well organized Google Drive where there are different folders with different levels and different topics, but still for me it's more convenient to use Google. And mostly in my lessons, I use task-based method. So I usually need some dialogues, I need some videos or maybe songs. So I think I use Google all the time for almost all the lessons that I have. Sometimes when we have a textbook and we just go page by page, then maybe there is no need to use Google so often. But it's very, very seldom when we use just one textbook with my students. I think never, only if it's something connected to business English. But still, I Google for business English, I Google for academic writing, I think I Google, yes, I think I do, I Google for every lesson. Thank you for the question. I'm so pleased when I see some interaction in chat because, as I mentioned before, it's my first webinar and I'm a little bit shy. Okay, let's come to the resources. I want to share my desktop again because I want to show some of the websites. So, my favorite, filmenglish.com. Okay. This is a website, maybe you already know about it. This is a website where you can find lesson plans which are based on different videos. For example, you want to teach present simple and you want to find some video about household chores. Okay, so I just search this and here we have a lesson plan. So you can see that this is for A2 to B1 for about 60 minutes. It is about household chores. The information is in steps with some vocabulary and with the video and with some instructions how to watch this video. Like with this video, you watch half of the video, then you ask some questions to your students, then you watch the next part of the video. And this happens with every lesson plan, okay? This happens with every video. Sometimes I don't take the whole lesson plan from this website, but this guy, he chooses the best videos ever, I think. So I like this website a lot. Okay, Leticia, I see. It's difficult because you always have a book to guide you. This is not so bad about having a textbook while you are teaching. However, imagine, for example, okay, let me just a moment. I think I have to stop sharing and I will open the book and I will just show you what I do if I use a book. Okay. For example, let's open student book for beginners. Okay, just a student book for beginners. And let's open some topic, maybe in the middle of the book. Just a moment. Let's open it. Okay, yes, that's actually what I was talking about. So let me share my book. So here is the book, okay? And here is the topic, like Unit 3, the topic is everyday life. So it is day by day. Here you learn some vocabulary like reading books, watching TV. Then it's about doing some household chores, okay? And, oops, I think moving it too quickly. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, I'm back. Is it okay now? Okay, okay, good. I think because I was moving it pretty quickly. So it was about household chores and it was about some everyday activities. So I use the book, I use the topic from the book, and I Google for some extra information about the same topic, okay, to give my students more vocabulary, or maybe to show how this topic is used in authentic English. So I don't know why, but I can't share my screen. Okay, I changed the mode. I changed the mode of the platform. So I hope now it will be working better. Before I was using the mode which was good for both computers and mobile phones, and now I switched just into the mode for computers. I will try to share again because I want to continue sharing my resources. Okay, so Film English is the best. There is also a very good website which is called EnglishEbooks.net. You can find adapted books here starting with elementary level and up to advanced, okay? Even for elementary level, there are a lot of different books by different authors of different genres, okay? You see, a lot of books. It can be good for home reading, okay, for your students. I strongly recommend all my students to choose one book from here and read it for pleasure. Just to read it for pleasure. Okay, is it okay now, Leticia? Is it fine? Just refresh, okay? If something is not working, you can refresh. Okay, now I'm looking at this website, EnglishEbooks.net. Elementary, pre-intermediate level, different books, different authors. Okay, this one is for fun. Okay, mental floss. So every day they publish different topics, some freaky facts about something, and reading their articles is just fun. So most of my students adore this website. If you want, maybe I will copy them to chat box as well. Or maybe I will just, I don't know how to do it. Maybe I will just email the website to you after we finish the webinar. Okay? So here is another website. Maybe you know it already. Perfect English Grammar. There are two modes in this website. So something is for free, something is not for free, but there is a lot of free information. For example, if you open web tenses, There will be very nice pictures with infographics and explanations and exercises, and you can download everything in PDF here. Okay, and this is really, really nice and useful, especially if you don't know where to take exercises for homework for your students. If you give your students some homework, so you can use this website. There is one more good website with grammar, English Grammar Revolution. You have to choose. I want to teach grammar. I want to learn grammar. Okay. And also here you can find a lot of nice resources. I think I will copy the links to chat. If you want, you can save them. We have already talked about Voice of America. Okay. So Voice of America is a nice one too. Here you can see different levels. You can use just videos or maybe some podcasts, okay? You can read the text here with your students. You can listen. You can use it for dictations because the speech in podcasts is really, really slow in level 1, okay? So a nice website where you can find lesson plans, okay? Lessonplandigger.com. So there is some information for teachers and about teaching online, and also some lesson plans which is about different activities and different levels. So very, very convenient, some information there, okay? And one more. I like this website when my students, it's about YouTube channel. So it's Rachel and her channel of pronunciation. So Rachel's English, she teaches American pronunciation, and I like it, especially when you have some difficulties to explain the pronunciation of this or that sound to your student. Rachel demonstrates everything with mouth and tongues, with lips and all these kind of things, okay? I think my neighbors are doing some renovation works at 15 minutes to midnight. So here is a nice YouTube channel for kids. The Learning Station. If you teach kids, there are very good songs and nursery rhymes there. Okay, I will copy it too. And one more. Maybe you know it. Dream English Kids. I love them a lot. Dream English Kids. Also for kids. They have different videos and songs, very, very interactive, okay? They make your kids move together with the singer. Very nice guy. I'm sharing them here in chat box so you can copy them, or I will email you the links later. Storycorps.org. Here is a very, very good website where you can find different stories, real life stories, and use them for listening, okay? Some of them have animated videos, okay? Some of them are just in the form of podcasts, but all of them are really great. I love this for my students, and I use it pretty often. I have already mentioned busyteacher.org. It's a nice website where you can find some lesson plans and activities, so worksheets, and also some articles and a lot of information about how to teach. You can see, yes, how to teach a lot of different things on busyteacher.org. And almost there. I also want to share, if you're interested in theoretical part of English language, my favorite author is Scott Thornberry. I love him a lot and I like his blog. Okay, I don't know why I can't share it. I don't know why it's not loaded. Maybe like this. Busy teacher didn't want to leave us. Okay, so I will copy it here and it's not loading. Maybe because it's on WordPress. Okay, so Scott is an author of many good books about teaching English, and we can't reach his website. So here is just the blog A to Z of ALT, and his articles are great, and I like that he answers. If you ask him in comments, he always answers you. Okay. And if you are searching for a job online, this is a website where you can find. Okay, so here is a list of online English teaching jobs. Okay, so companies, different companies here. It can be North American, British companies. Okay, you can find here a lot of companies, Russian companies, okay, Chinese companies, and many other companies where you can send your CV and you can be hired by their companies. Because I think teaching online is becoming more and more popular today. Okay, so that's it. I'm done. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have, maybe I want to ask you to write some feedback. Especially, I'd like you to tell me about something which wasn't good, okay? Because this is the first time. Not so many people were here. Some of you were very active. So thank you very much for your questions and answers. It's very important for me, and I'm going to make more webinars. I'm going to learn how to make better webinars. So I would be really grateful for some feedback, okay? Negative feedback, criticizing, it will go well to me, okay? So if you have any questions, you can ask them in chat. My pleasure, Irina. It's my pleasure. I like sharing information. Maybe not always I know the ways how to share information. So let's say if you give me some feedback, just text me feedback to email where you got the link to the webinar. And I will send you the document with all the tips which I made for this webinar, okay? And with all the list, with all the resources from my list that I texted here in chat box, okay? I think you know that you can follow me in Instagram, and I have a website. It works 50-50 now, but my technician is working on it, so I hope maybe next week or something like this it will start working properly. Here is my email, so if you have any ideas about this webinar or any questions, you can text them to my email, okay? Thank you very much for those who came to me. I'm very grateful to you. And okay, you're welcome. Thank you. It was a pleasure for me too. I promise to learn how to do all the things better. I hope the webinar is going to be recorded. So, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I will email you the recording of the webinar for sure. Thank you very much. And have a good day if it's still the afternoon time in your country, and good night and have a wonderful week. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.